Hello, 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 hello. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK for another Coffee and Cards Live. Welcome. I'll wait a few minutes to see if anybody pops on and joins me. Let me go to my, there we are. That's a bit better. I can see you. I can see you. Well, I can't see you, but you can see me. Anyway, I'm very happy to be back for Coffee and Cards today. I hope you've had a great week and I hope that life is treating you well. Oh, look, I've just got a notification to say that I'm live. I hope life is treating you well. I have got some more paper crafting inspiration for you this week. And I have a new setup for my streaming as well. So I've been experimenting all week and I think I finally got a little bit better at streaming straight into YouTube so that you can see both my hands and me, hopefully. So let's go ahead. Now, I can't see. If anybody's joining me, do let me know. I'm in a different setup, so I can't see any comments. I'm just looking around to see if I can find my phone because I can stream it there and have a look. But let's have a look at what we're going to play with today first. I've got some of the gorgeous designer series papers here. I must have put it way, oh, there it is. Gorgeous designer series papers. These are the Splendid Day papers. And they are absolutely gorgeous. And I thought we'd have a go with making some crackers. Now, not necessarily Christmas crackers though. Yeah, so let me just see if I can see where I am live. Let me just check that out. Sorry, it's all a bit new to me. So I am getting the hang of this, hopefully. It's all a little bit different. My glasses would help, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do that again. Here we go. You might be able to see my light coming out. Here we go. So let's turn the volume down on my other device and I should be able to see if there are any comments or if anybody is watching me. So there we go. I'll wait a few minutes, see if anybody hops on live, and then I can see if anybody is joining me and chatting along. Anyway, so if you do hop on and watch me live, thank you so much for joining me. It's lovely to be here. If you are watching from the future, please let me know. Let me know where you're watching from. Say hello from Tomorrowland. I would love to know. So how gorgeous are these papers? These are the foiled papers. In fact, I've only got 4 of them here. There are 6 designs. And they come in a pack of 12 by 12 and they're double-sided. So they've got these gorgeous foils on one side and on the other side they've got these beautiful muted colours. So I got these out for a reason because I thought today we would experiment with the Cracker and Treat Box dies from Stampin' Up. So here we go. These are the dies. This is the die set we're going to be using. So it comes like this and it has this gorgeous cracker die. And then, if you can see, it has some labels you can use to decorate your die. Then it's got all of these that you can actually make either labels with or create apertures in the sides of your cracker box. So, to start off with, I'm going to make a plain and simple cracker and show you how to use the die. Because it's a fantastic die. I saw it in the catalogue and thought, oh yeah, it's a nice die. It's a nice little treat. Didn't really think much of it, but now I've played with it, I can see the possibilities for making larger boxes and all sorts. So watch this space. I think I'm going to be playing a lot with it. So to start with, we'll choose which of our papers we're going to use. I think it would be really pretty to use this one. I think we'll go for that. So crackers don't have to be for Christmas, although it's in our July to December catalogue. So yeah, it's aimed at Christmas, but you can use this as a treat box. You can use it as a table favour, a little gift to a friend if you go out to see them for lunch, anything like that. So the die that makes the cracker is around 6 inches by around 5 inches. So if you have a 6-inch pad of designer series paper, it will fit it perfectly. If you have a 12-inch piece like this, 12 by 6, you can fit 2 on. So I'm just going to run this through my die cutting machine and see what we get. Now, bear in mind, if you are using a piece of paper that has a directional print on it, make sure you get it the way that you want it to run along your cracker. Okay, so I'm just going to pop it through. I've got it next to me. It's really odd me coming live on a Tuesday at this time. So today my son had to be picked up from school very early because they have an open evening this evening and they have let the children out so that they can prepare for it, which I don't think is a bad thing because these teachers work long enough hours as it is. So yeah, that's that. So I had to go and collect him today, hence I have a slightly different time, but I should be back to normal now. Right, here we go. Let's just move my plates and see how well it cut out. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I've only played with it a little bit, this die, to get an idea of it. Right, oh, I haven't played with it with these papers. How beautiful. So, so, so pretty. So let's take all the pieces off, put the plate away. That leaves hardly any waste in your, if you had a 6-inch piece at all. So, I love these bits. I was about to throw them away earlier when I made one, and then I thought, oh no, I'm going to keep that and pop it probably on a card or a page or something. They're so cute. Right, let's put the die back and move the pieces. Right, so now this is the fun part. I'm going to grab my bone folder, which I've got here. I've got an old one. I need a new bone folder. Look at it. It's disgusting. I'm going to buy a new one because I've had it for 11 million years. So one thing I did notice is that the designer suit. This is quite a thick DSP, so it might be okay. But because it embosses it down the crease lines very heavily, you have to be careful you don't crack your DSP. So I am going to burnish my score lines and I'm going to fold it the wrong way. So if you have any cracks, it'll be on the inside of your cracker like that. Just a little tip there for you. Then, hi Amy, thank you for joining me. That's really nice for you to join me live. I thought I was Billy No Mates for a little minute there, so that's really nice. I'm just going to go back and make sure it folds well all the way along. Okay, and then we have a couple more. Hasn't torn it, but it's quite fragile there. Yeah, right, so then I'm going to fold it at this fold. It's important to fold your score lines before you start assembling it. Didn't fold it very well there. There we are. So just go along with your bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, they're invaluable. You can get one of those in my online shop if you need one. From anywhere. Here you go. Let's just fold that one a little bit better. There, it's as simple as that. Now there is another line right on the end where the kind of the end of the cracker is. So I'm going to bend that one as well. So how are you, Amy? I hope you're well. So yeah, give that a little burnish as well. Make sure it's nice, good crisp line. And you can see the line. I think these would be great for birthdays. There we go. So we have it ready to assemble. Okay, let's move my bone folder. So I'm going to bring it round. Okay. Now, I'm going to use tear and tape for my adhesive. I love tear and tape. It's very, very reliable. And I'm glad I've folded these folds because now I can see where the tear and tape needs to go. Because when I stick it along here, I don't want it to go over these ends because it won't fold properly and it'll all stick in the wrong place. So I'm going to put a piece here in between the score lines and one here. And that should hold it really well. Like so. Take these bits off. And then I'm going to bring it together now. Oh, the other thing I actually want it to do is I'd like it to glue on the end, but I don't think I'm going to put any glue on the end because it's very shiny, this paper, and I don't want it to slip around and make a gluey mess. So I'm just going to try it like this, I think. So stick it together like that. And there you have your cracker. Now, I'm going to just coax it into shape then, so you can see the cracker. How cute is that? Oh, I forgot to bring my lip balm in. Yeah, so I've got a couple of nice pretty little lip balms. You can get them in all the different flavours. You can get all sorts, can't you? So I think that would be great. A little chocolate in there. But I was thinking lip balms because that's a really useful shape and a useful gift. Yeah. And then I might actually go in with my Tombow. So where I was going to glue it here, I think I will. So I'm just going to put a little dot in there. You could use a glue dot, couldn't you? Just to make sure it stays as one piece. I'll hold that together for a second. So sweet, isn't it? I'm loving it. Let's pop that on the end. There we go. Oh, nearly. It's because it's shiny. It takes a minute to take. So there we go. So there's our cracker as such. Now I wanted to put a little label on it. I wanted to decorate it. So I went back to the die set and we have all these lovely labels to go on here. And I love this one because it's got a stitch label, as you can see on there. Sorry, it's trying to focus. There we are. That's a little better. We're going to use that one, I think, and it's going to go along the edge. So I've got a scrap of white card, basic white, and I'm going to cut it out. Now I think I'm going to cut it out before I stamp this time. Often if I'm die cutting I will stamp and then cut, but I think I'll just go for it. Let's just do that. Such a useful die. You could theme them if you were doing them for a birthday table to your birthday, couldn't you? To match your table. Or obviously your Christmas table if you're using them as Christmas crackers. So I think they'll be fabulous for. So now, what am I going to stamp on there? I pulled this stamp set out. You may or may not have seen this one. It's called Sit, Stay, Relax. And I was so tempted to get this one because this just reminds me of Winnie and Alfie, my cat and dog, who love to get on the chairs. And they look very cheeky. So I got this. It's a host stamp set. So if you earn your stamping rewards with an order through my online shop, you can get this one for free with your stamping rewards. And the other reason I chose it is because it's got a Hi Friend. And I thought that would be lovely for a little gift. So we're going to use Hi Friend, and I've got the Sweet Sorbet ink pad out. I haven't tried this one, so let's have a go. Oh, I've got it all over the stamp, so I'll have to be careful. Yeah, look, you can see I've kind of got it on the edge a little bit. I really smooshed that one in. Never mind. I'm not going to worry too much. My friend, and that's going to go on our cracker now, which is the back. I would say that's the back. Let's have it up this way, looks like the right way. My friend, I'll pop it on the front. So I'm going to stick it on with some sticky foam pads, which I'm going to have to lean across to grab because I left them out of reach, which is silly. Here we go. Sticky foam pads. I'm going to use the edges. Do you use all the edges of your sticky foam pads? This is the question. I hope you do. Now this is the mini ones and the edges are thicker. You just get a lot more out of that. So I am going to cut a piece out. And it's going to go on my label. My Hi Friend label. This might be a bit large, but we'll see. Oh no, look, that's absolutely spot on. Amy says, this die is going on my next order. It will make great treat holders for the upcoming holidays. Amy, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what I thought as well. I can't wait to get them out and decide how I'm going to use them for, you know, what kind of table decoration I'm going to use for my Christmas table, because aren't these going to look gorgeous? Hi Shaz, thank you for joining me. So we've got Hi Friend. Now, you know what we should put on there? Part of the Splendid Day Suite has these little open leaf trinkets. I don't know if this would be too big. Let's put on there. It might be actually, it's going to go right over. See, if I'd stamped it the other end, I wonder if that would work a little bit better. We might try that, you know. I think that would work. So let's just do that. Another piece of card. And I will try this time to stamp it and not make a mess. I think that was it was probably meant to be. And when we've made this one, I'm going to show you how to make a much bigger box with it, which is very exciting. So let's have a go at this. I'm going to clean this stamp on my chamois. On my dirty chamois. Let's see. Here we go. So yeah, I'm going to stamp this now. Let's see if I can do this so it doesn't end up everywhere, because that is a juicy ink pad. Now, I think I'm going to do it at this end. Oh, I did it too near the bottom. It may work. It's a new stamp. I've hardly ever used it. Just got it out today. Oh no, I think that'll work fine, especially if we're having this go over the top. Yeah, hi friend. Yeah, I like that. So I'm not going to pull this one off. Sometimes, here's a tip for you. If you put something on and you're not happy with it, you can just redo it and just pop one straight over the top. As long as it lines up, no one's ever going to know the difference. It's a secret between us. Right, so straight over the top, nobody's going to see it. Makes it a little bit more robust. I'm going to grab a little piece of baker's twine. So I like it. It's called the linen thread, not baker's twine, but you know what I mean. You bought the tracker, the cracker dies, the treats and tree decorations. Perfect, Shaz. Tree decorations. Why didn't I think of that? That is absolutely spot on. Oh, you're watching with your 18-month-old granddaughter Ella and she's just going to have a nap. Oh, Shaz, I bet she's adorable. Oh, what a lovely age. Cute. Right, I'm just tying a little piece of the thread on there. Grab the glue dots by hand and take a bit of that off there. I like to have it all in the right place, because when I'm crafting, I tend to put things down. Do you think I can find them in the next 5 minutes? Not a chance. No, I know I'm not the only one. I'm just looking. Ironically, here we are. I'm looking for my take a pic tool, which I have in a little basket down there. I'm just going to use it to take my glue dot off it. Like so. So it's sitting on the end of there. And I'm going to pop it on the back. And it's going to sit on there, and the thread. I'm going to pop it on. So I might need 2 glue dots to keep it in line. Yeah, let's use 1 more. Such a cute little die. I would definitely recommend this one. And it's so fun to have something handmade. Right, yeah, so I'm going to fix it in place just behind with another glue dot so it doesn't like escape. I think that's the plan. Trim the ends. A little bit. I think that's fine. Now, the only other thing missing is now the ribbon on the cracker. So you would need to pop your, sorry, I keep moving it. You would need to pop your lip balm or present or chocolates in there. And then I've pulled out, this is also part of the Splendid Day Suite. It is the sheer ribbon that is in Soft Seafoam. And I haven't opened this one. I've got through a whole one of these already because it's stunning. Ow. There is an end, but do you think I can find it? I'm terrible at finding the ends. Make an end. Does anyone else have a tip for me finding the ends? Oh, it just came off. Okay. I have no idea how I did that. Okay, so we are going to use this gorgeous, gorgeous ribbon for the cracker. Right, we are going to tie it round. Let's see how this works. I'm not quite sure how much I'll need, but I'll need a fair amount. You can judge it. If you want a big bow, you need about quite a few inches. There, once you've got it in place, you can fiddle to your heart's content. There we go. So tie it tight, and then we're going to do our bow. Make sure it's all the right way up. I'm not very good at bows on camera. I don't know, it's like the pressure of tying a bow. It's ridiculous, really. Do you know what? I think I got that nearly spot on, that amount of ribbon. Nearly. It's a little bit long, but that's not bad. So let's make that one slightly longer. And that one slightly shorter. And then we're going to cut the end with my ribbon scissors. I have ribbon scissors because they stay nice and sharp. There we are. So we've got one. How cute is that? I don't know, just chop a length off and see where you go with it. I think once you've done one, if you measure then how much you've needed, you can do the second one. We're just going for it. Ooh. I'm not using my grid paper with the measurements on, actually, which would have been useful because I could have measured it in front of me. The regular grid paper we supply has inches and centimetres on it, which is super useful. So, but I've been using the pretty grid paper, which is really nice, but doesn't have that on. I didn't realise actually how much I use the measurements on the grid, but I do a lot. So useful. Right, here we go. And in case you didn't know, grid paper is available for anyone to buy, not just Stampin' Up demos. It comes in like a pack of 100 sheets, so it's brilliant because it will last you, I mean, forever. Almost. Don't take me at my word, it will last you forever. But you know. Okay, bow for fiddled with. Let's cut that off. Yeah, it could have done with being a fair bit shorter, but not so bad. So one very pretty cracker for a table, for a birthday table. Now I do believe my light has gone off. I'm not sure why. Oh no, it was on. I don't know. Okay, it's just, oh, it's got very dark outside. That's what it is. It hasn't gone dark as in my light. It's just the light outside. So hi friend. I think this would be lovely. And you can put jewellery in it. You could put all sorts of lovely chocolatey things in there. Really love it. Tree decoration idea is fabulous, isn't it? Because couldn't you put a little hanger and hang it on the tree? It was so good, wouldn't it? I've got a new camera I'm using today, so if you have any problems with the focus on there, I do apologise. I have noticed it is trying to focus desperately. It's an amazing camera, but I haven't quite got my setup right, but I think it's not too bad. So, hi friend. It's a big improvement anyway. So that's our first one, but I wanted to show you how you can make a larger one. Look at this. I had a play. How cool is this box? Isn't it gorgeous? And so I used Hi Friend on there. I used another one of the open trinkets. It's so cute. I'm loving this. And I'll show you, it's very easy to make, but it wasn't my idea. I watched a video tutorial and a lady called Brenda Quintana. And when I post this up and I edit this video, or I don't edit, but you know what I mean, when I put it all up there, I will post the link in the description box down below of Brenda's original video so you can see that. It's amazing, but I will show you how she made it. So simple to make, and you could then put chocolates in there, a much bigger gift. Loving this. So I reckon there's probably more ways we can use this die, but this is what we're going to go with. Okay, so paper-wise, we're going to use something else. I am thinking, I pulled out loads of our designer series papers because so many things would work with this die. And so I got the Forest Friends. Let's take it out. This is really cute paper, and it comes with all this foresty kind of designs. But what I'm after is the bee side. Of this. Did I already get it out? Maybe I've used it. Oh no, it is. So I'm after this. But I want the B side, this beautiful yellow. So we're going with yellows for this big box. I thought it would be fun. It's kind of not a it's a nondescript, so you can use it for any occasion. I will come back and do some Christmas crackers, I think, and I'll do some Christmas boxes, but I just thought I'd show you this one. Right, so we need to grab our die and we need to grab the paper trimmer because we need to cut it down. Now we're going to do exactly the same as we did before. We are going to cut out a piece if it was 6 by 6, but I need 2 of them. So I'm popping this in my trimmer. Now, the handy thing about the Stampin' Up trimmer is that if you put your 12 by 12 sheet of paper in it and butt it up to this piece here, that's exactly 6 inches. So you don't even have to measure it. So that's half the sheet of paper. Right. Now, I don't need to cut it in half because I'm going to cut 2. Okay. The only thing we need to decide is which way our chevrons are going. And we can have them this way on the cracker, or we can have them this way. And I think I like it this way, so we're going to go with that. Yeah, this is exciting. I love this, and I love the way she made it. And I think there are more ways that we can evolve this die. So let me just cut this one out. Think of the things you can put in there for a gift. I love a box. So, oops, sorry about the noise my Stampin' Up cutting machine is making. My plates are getting old. They are. Ooh. There we go. I'm not sure if that cut that out properly. I don't think I put it in very well. Let me try that once more, because I haven't cut it very well along the edge. That's probably because my plates are getting very old. I've got some new ones. I may not have had it in very well. Now, I'm going to try and line it up and recut it. Very often, if you reline a die up, it will work beautifully. So we're going to try it. There's no reason why not. Oh yeah, perfect. I just didn't line it up very well. You don't want to look at my side of me, do you? Right, there we are. That's that one, and then we'll cut the other one out. And make sure I cut it the same way. That's the thing. Make sure you've got the direction of your paper where you'd like it to go, and cut them both the same way. My poor dies. Not the die's fine, my poor plates. Okay, here we are. So we have two. This is where the fun begins. It's interesting because on my computer that I can see what we're doing here, I can't see any of your comments, so I've got them up on my other device. If you change the colour of your tree decorators each year, you can easily change the colour of the crackers. You could. You saw her video too, did you? And you loved the bigger box. Amy, it was brilliant, wasn't it? Couldn't wait to try it out. Love it. Absolutely, you could change the colours, couldn't you, every year? That would be so good. Right, where's my bone pointer? We're going to burnish them again. Yeah. Actually, I might do these ones first. I think that would be easier. Do it. Think about my Christmas table. Now, I've got a very beautiful white tablecloth that I use with silver threads running through it. I've used the last couple of years, but that's nice because it kind of gives you a neutral palette for everything else, so I can decide what else goes on there. I don't know what colours I'm going to do this year. Do you guys, anyone watching, do you dress your Christmas table up? And if so, do you use specific colour themes? I'd love to know. It'd be nice to plan it all out. And now you can see where the lines are. So I've done it kind of inside out, and then we're going to do the other one the same. Look at these foxes. This paper is adorable. I wonder what that would look like as a cracker. Cute, I expect. Can you do those for a children's birthday party? Table favour? I'm thinking of all sorts now. How cute. I think you could, you know. The line is hiding in the pattern. There we are. Red and silver last year you had, Shaz. Yes, I often do red in mine because it's a really beautiful Christmas colour, isn't it? I bet it was nice. I think I might do metallics this year. That would be nice, wouldn't it? You could kind of do coppers and silvers and golds, mix them all up. It'd look nice with the whites. Yeah. There we go. Right, okay, so we have our crackers all ready to go. Even though they're a bit the wrong way. Just to make sure they're right. Okay, so this is the fun bit. I need my other scissors. Let's grab these big ones. I think I'll put my other little snips out of my reach. So I am going to go through here. Do you see this bottom part here? I'm going to snip that off right on that crease line. I'm going to leave these intact, like so. Ooh, make sure I get the crease line, that's it. These bits I don't need, they can go. Don't need those. I'm going to do the same on this one, so they're both going to be the same. There we go. Yeah, either. Lovely. So you can see that this is going to be the top and this is going to be the bottom of the box. And we're going to overlap this here like that. And I'm going to use some, I think I'm going to use Tombow this time because I'm going to use it all the way. So if I fold it over, I can see where I want it to go. So just put this here, just a little bit. And a little bit on the bottom and a little bit on the top. And the reason I want it all the way along is because I want to cover it up completely. So put it like that. And then this one's going to go over the top. Just going to marry it up exactly. Just inside that crease there. Just hold that for a second and make sure that it's well glued at each end. Like that, and then we're going to do the same on the other end. I don't really want to get glue all over me, so I'm going to do it here as well. This is so easy to do. I have changed mine slightly to Brenda's, but hardly. Right, okay, so now we have this kind of idea. Okay, so I'm going to turn it upside down so we've got the bottom upwards. And we are going to bring forward these little flaps by bending them over. Make sure they're bent properly because there's two there. To make like a flat surface. Okay, so now you've got the bottom of your box. Now, Brenda cut out a 2 3/4 inch circle. It was just less than that, I think, and popped it on the bottom to make the base of her box. I did that. I wasn't too happy with the way mine was sitting, so I changed it up, and I used hexagon. And I took these from the Beautiful Shapes dies. So she used a circle die and cut out one, I think it was actually 2.5, somewhere between about 2.5 inches, her circle. I decided to use the largest hexagon in here. You can use whatever shape you like, to be fair, that would fit on the bottom of here. If you had a punch or something like that, that would work. And we're going to fit it on the bottom. And I just felt that mine wasn't sticking out quite so much as my circle was on the bottom for my base. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go along each of these little flaps, and I'm going to put, I don't know why I'm showing it to my other camera. Here we go. And with a tiny dot of the Tombow on here. And then I'm going to bring in my shape. Now, because it's a bit, you know, tiny flaps everywhere, it takes a minute to find its glue. But we are going to turn it over. Move it about a bit. And then once you've got it, you're going to go in with your bone folder. Let's just get that, because it's very it moves at the moment. If that makes sense. One part is moving, the other part isn't. Maybe a circle would have been better. So you glue it onto the bottom. Anyway, gluing like that. You go along with your bone folder because it's nice and long, and just press down those little flaps that you've glued inside, like so. What I might actually do is trim mine on the bottom, because it's not going to show. That bothered me, you see. Maybe next time I would go for a circle. And that one is just sticking out. Oops, now that's why. It was making the wrong shape. There we go. So we've got our box and we've got our bottom. Now I am going to put another one inside for stability, and I think I'm going to use a little bit of seal. Here it is. Bit of seal on the bottom. You pop it in, and that's going to make the base of the box much stronger. And it's sitting in the wrong area. There we go. Yeah, I think a circle. I think she had the right idea. But it worked. It worked. See, this one has sat slightly more evenly than this one. So I think it just depends on how you get it to sit. All right, so we are going to play with this part now. Now, this bit is fun because you want it to bend inwards like the cracker. So coax it in like this, and then you're going to pinch the sides of these, get them to sit out, and you'll get a little pointed, almost like a star, 5 points there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. Okay, and that's what you're aiming for, and then when you turn it up, you'll have this box like so. So now I was wondering what kind of ribbon would go with this. And I love this black gingham, and I thought that would go well with it. And I was wondering, what shall I put in it? Now, you may or may not be aware that I recently went away on my summer holidays with our family to Walt Disney World. And while we were there, we went to Mickey Mouse's not so scary Halloween party, and we did trick-or-treating. And needless to say, we still have tons of these sweeties left over. Rather a lot. I have given the kids more than they need. They already had more than they needed. Anyway, so I'm sure they'll come in for trick-or-treating at Halloween, but I thought little fun-sized chocolates, those little Snickers, these tiny ones, would go really well in here. Any kind of mints, any kind of sweets, any kind of gift would work well in there. A little beauty thing. You can get a lot of sweeties in here. Oh, I think I'm pushing it now. That is a lot of sweeties. You don't need that many, do you? There we are. Although maybe you do. It's full. So I'm going to tie a ribbon because I thought the black and the yellow looks rather nice. So I'm going to see how it goes. I'm just going to tie it round. Bring it down. Tie a bow. Doesn't need to be that long, does it? There we are. Tie the bow. Okay. So cute, isn't it? This would make great, actually, I'm not sure how many people make Halloween treats really, but wouldn't it make, see I do, but I don't know who else does. I think it would make great Halloween treats, but yeah, this would make such a lovely gift box just for a gift. So you've got a little 5-pointed star on the top, like so. And this, and then we're going to just put a little label on it. So I picked out some yellow ink, and I think we'll go with this tag. So sorry, I should be showing what I'm doing. This tag is from the set, this one. I think we're going to just cut it out with a scrap of basic white card. Are you still with me? Having so much fun with these cracker dies. Oh, now I'm dropping all the bits. So guys, would you keep all these? That's what I want to know. All these bits that come out of the die, would you keep them? I am planning on keeping them, and I don't normally keep the tiniest of scraps, but these are very pleasing, and I'll probably put them on the scrapbook page. Tell me if you would. Right, now I just need a scrap of white. Here we go. Let's cut a label. How does that fit on that scrap of white? Here we go, one lovely label. These are so sweet, these dies. So yeah, don't forget, if you own dies like this, and you didn't want to make a cracker, these dies are useful for all sorts of projects. So don't forget you've got them in your stash if you have dies that have these, because I know we've had quite a few different box dies in the past, and they always come with these really cute little labels. And they're useful for all sorts of projects. Right, I'm just going to clean that stamp that I was using earlier. And I'm going to use it again. So I like it. I'm going to pop it on here. And I've got the daffodils a light out. Maybe I should have got a different colour. It may just blend into it. Hi friend. Love that. So we don't want to lose that tie. Let's put it there. And put this on here. And there. With a bit of twine. Weaving thread to the rescue. Ooh. Life is too short for bits of paper, and you think the bits, Shaz says, and Amy says, I think the bits, these little bits would make great backgrounds. Yeah, you're right. You see, life is way too short for little bits of paper. I throw a lot away in the recycling. I have no shame in it because I have more paper than I could ever possibly use. And, you know, I'm very good at making sure I don't waste things. But tiny bits of paper, I don't keep. However, I'm finding these very pleasing. Don't know why. Oh, but I am. Right, I'm going to see if I can thread this through. Which is what I did on the last one. Oh, the geese are flying by. Making a lot of noise. my friend. There we are. Shall I use another one of these? I shall. I absolutely love 3D projects. They are a bit of me, so I've had great fun with this one today. I should have threaded that on there first, I think. They would make a good, they would make a good flower. Yeah, they would actually. That's a really good idea. I'd not thought about that. You're right. Let's make this right. So, you have far too much DSP, do you, Shaz? You know what the answer is? Cut it up. Life's too short to stroke paper. Are you a paper stroker? I've put that on the wrong way, have I? If you're a paper stroker, you'll know what I mean by that. If you know, you know. I was a paper stroker for many, many years. I was a paper stroker. So I relate to you, but, there's a big but. I learned, right, that beautiful paper is only beautiful when you can see it. So use it on a project, because if it's in the cupboard, you can't see it and it's not beautiful. And I can guarantee you as well, is that gorgeous paper that you bought a few years ago that's sitting in the cupboard, when you go back to it, what was all that about? It's not so gorgeous anymore because trends have changed and your tastes have changed, and then you feel guilty because you haven't used it, and you can't buy any more because you haven't used it. And you think, oh, I mustn't buy any more paper because I haven't used what I've got. Well, yeah, use it, have fun with it, enjoy it. I dare you. That's my challenge. Use all the paper. Now, what did I do with the green dots? There they are. You're not a stroker, just a collector. It was, yes, definitely. I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of paper. But I use a lot as well. And that's the fun of it. Right, okay, I'm going to stick that under there so that it doesn't sit over the top of my Hi Friend stamp. And I'm going to adjust my bow. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that because of the angle, but here we are. And also, my focusing needs to sort itself out. It is poor. Now I wonder if I take it out like that. It's still struggling. I must see if I can sort the focus out on my lovely camera because it is not behaving. Let's see if I do that. Does that help? Too close. There we are. That's better. Hi, friend. Yes, love this cracker die. I think it has many uses. I am going to try and see if I can make other things with this, or other boxes, or what about making a longer cracker? You could definitely make a double-sized one, possibly. Something to think about anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed it today. We've had so much fun making these. This one's a lot more solid with the chocolates in it, by the way. Had a lot of fun with the cracker and treat box dies and making little cute things. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Well, thank you very much for joining me live today. I really appreciate it. You really helped me. If you're watching me on replay, I really hope you've enjoyed seeing the dies in action and what you can make for them. I will post a link to Brenda's video in the description box down below so you can see the original and what she did. And yeah, do get yourself the cracker dies. You can find it in my online shop at katebolt.stampinup.net, and play around with all the different papers that you can use to make different things with. I'll definitely be using them for my Christmas table and occasions and things like that. Now, you can find more inspiration over on my website at inkstampshare.ink, and you'll find all the good stuff over there too, like how to subscribe to my newsletter and blog inspiration and shop links and catalogue links and all those things over there. So yeah, hop over there if you want to find more projects. And thank you so much for joining me. And if you have enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Click the little bell down below if you want notifications of any future videos to pop up that I make. And thank you so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you on Friday for a fun Friday Live here on YouTube. Actually, I'm not sure. It's my gorgeous mum's 80th birthday this week, and she's coming up for the weekend, so I may have to change the time of the Friday live, but we will see. Watch this space. I will try to go live at my usual time. I do put notifications over on my Facebook page of when I'm going live if the timing has to change, if it's unavoidable, so do check out there. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care now. Bye bye. Have a great day, Shaz. Have a great day, Amy. Thanks, guys.